So, how do we start this?
So basically, we're just gonna introduce ourselves. So I'll just say, hello, y'all. This is Jet on JAWCast. This is our second episode. I have, as you heard, our guest here, Clayton Hicks. Say hello.
Okay.
Then we have William and Ander.
Hi.
What is up? Hello.
Hi. Who are you?
Me? I'm anonymous. I know as the tag says.
For our audio listeners, his tag says audio anonymous gamer.
So what's the symbolism behind this profile picture?
Okay. So basically, it starts all the way back in 7th grade when I got the first PC, gaming PC, right? And if you knew me in 7th grade, you would know I kind of enjoyed books, and I'd spend my mornings in the library, right? And there was this one book it was like Ranger something. I completely forget the name, but basically, the plot was the sneaky guy, right? That goes around doing sneaky things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, simplified
Yeah.
as So 7th grade me was like, wait, that's kind of awesome. So after that, a lot of my identity, I guess online at least, you could say, always had anonymous in it. Or I would never set profile pictures for anything. It was always just default, right? So because of that book, funny enough, it's like, would be really cool if I could sneak around the house a lot easier. So funny enough,
Of course.
I learned how to do that. I did some real serious Googling online late one night at like
Sneaky
1
link?
a.m.
Uh,
Sorry, this is my thing, not yours.
yeah.
Ooh, damn. Boy boss over
Sassy.
here.
Sassy.
Taking control of the podcast on
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I like the way you guys are running it, but I'll take over for y'all. I got y'all. Don't worry.
you
Don't
got
worry.
it.
I'll make sure the views, pick up a little bit.
For sure, man.
So anyway, I learned how to sneak around my house, and funny enough, it benefited me a lot because in middle school, I kind of are you snacking on what we bought earlier?
What's up? No. You're good. You're good, man.
In like middle school, I got grounded a lot
So good.
because
Fuck.
Okay, Jesus Christ. This is a podcast on ASMR.
so
Continue.
I got grounded a lot in middle school because my grades were not always satisfactory, and
Who's are? Let's be honest.
yeah. So
They were mid.
I frequently had my phone, computer, the whole thing taken away from me, and my parents always thought that we kids didn't know where they hid it, but I found it one night because I got really bored, and after I learned how to be sneaky, I was like, you know what? Tonight's the night. I'm gonna rebel. So I snuck down into my parents' closet, and they have like this there's a really thin gap between the shelf and the ceiling, and it's like just thin enough to squeeze in like a thin laptop or a phone, like, and you wouldn't guess that there was anything there. It was just such a small space, and my dumb ass was like, I'm gonna climb up this cabinet and see what's up there. And keep in mind, I was like 5'4" at the time. I guess I think I barely weighed 100. I didn't even weigh 100 pounds. So I clambered up the cabinet, and I looked up there thinking I'd find like my mom's hidden jewelry or something like something. Yeah, you get it. And funny enough, do you know what I see? I see my phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. So I snagged that. I stay up till 4 a.m. and gaming, and I put it back. And that's when I learned being sneaky is fun. So after that, anytime I got grounded, I'd always make it like my own personal mission to sneak around and do something I wasn't supposed to do, which, funny enough, worked out pretty well because I never got caught, and I'm quite proud of that to this day. Maybe my parents knew, and they were just tired enough at that point that it wasn't worth it. But
Of course.
I like to believe I was the
Unfortunately,
best.
Clay, I will be sending this episode to your parents.
That
Straight to your parents.
that is
Yeah.
actually, it's probably fine. It's it's probably not fun if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, if you're listening, I was told
Find a
to
better
make,
hiding spot.
I was told to make up this story by Ander. Uh,
Whoa, hey, wait a minute,
it's completely fake.
I'm just,
Ander is like, hey, you got to come up with some material for the pot. So it's all Ander.
It's-
Okay.
It's for
I'll own up to
content. I
that.
promise.
Content,
Yeah,
I promise.
content only. I promise.
For
Definitely
content.
true.
This podcast is your burden tonight. This is all you, man. We're gonna milk you dry.
Wow,
We are dissecting your mind.
That's-
We are
Yeah.
that
And
got
putting
kind
it
of
on
Fails.
show
Yeah,
for the entire
bro.
world.
done for.
almost the entire world, right? Like there's at least someone
yeah.
not listening. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then it's fine.
Then it's fine. As long as someone's not listening.
As long as someone doesn't know my story.
It'd be pretty hard to stay sneaky then.
Yeah, exactly. Who would I sneak around to? You know,
True. There you go.
I just have to make sure I know who that one person is. That's the new goal.
Well, so like Jet said, this is episode 2. The first one, it was awesome, and now we're here. There's some art made by a friend of mine, Spud Reed, that I have on both the Instagram and on the YouTube. If you look up at the banner, if you're listening to it right now, pretty good art. So honestly, check the guy out. Love him to death. Real nice guy. Did it for free as long as I shouted him out. So here we are. But yeah,
Thank
I hear we do have some
What a nice
stories
guy.
today from everybody, especially from Clay. So I mean, I'm fine with whoever starts first.
I mean, I guess I have a story I could share.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
floor's open.
Yeah. All right. So,
Be my guest.
just after stuff started opening up after COVID, and it was like
Gosh,
the
Tim.
spring break right after it. So everyone was heading to the beaches, right? And we kind of followed the trend, except we just kind of stayed in the room the entire time. Except for there was one day, my dad was like, I really just want to go down there and sit down and do nothing. So, the whole family packed up the gear and went down there for a day onto the beach and just relaxed. And there was this group of college students that were walking by, and you could already tell that they already had a few drinks. And one of them was carrying like a milk carton full of a light brown substance. I'm sure you could guess what
Oh.
it is.
Chocolate milk? Yeah, we know.
Yeah, chocolate.
It
Some
was-
chocolate
it was-
milk.
And this guy, he'd take a swig of it, as he stuttered along the sand. And we had our dog down there with us. And every last one of them were so fascinated by the fact a dog was on the beach. They didn't know how to compute it. Many times they were like, "How you doing? What?" They were doing that baby voice and made no proper sentences to the dog. Yeah. And they started talking to my dad in very, very broken sentences. And my dad thought it was the funniest thing he's ever seen. Like I could tell he had his customer service smile on. He was trying really hard not to laugh. And he was just, having a polite conversation with these guys. And they were asking all about the Ziggy, our dog. Like, what kind of breed is he? Where, the whole shebang. And I was sitting in the chair next to my dad, and I got the wind changed, and I got a big whiff of the smell of alcohol. And that's when I was like, okay, it might be
You
time
mean
for
the
these guys
chocolate milk?
I mean, big smell of chocolate milk. These guys need
Yeah,
to
thank
take a couple steps
Come on, Clay,
backwards.
we gotta stay monetized. You know how it is.
Yeah,
Right, I'm
PG.
sorry.
They were
We
PG
do make
13
too
here.
much.
Yeah.
I
We
feel
made a
like
lot of money last episode. So
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
it was
we
I-
made bank last
I
episode.
saw the numbers. I saw the
Raising money.
numbers. So anyway, these guys finally, like 10 minutes
So
later,
cool.
after they were patting Ziggy down, finally got up and left. And my dad walked Ziggy down to the water to wash him off because he inhibited the chocolate milk smell.
Oh, for sure.
So, and anyway, I just kind of watched them as they stumbled along the sand, and it really made me laugh when the guy that was holding the milk carton of chocolate milk just fell over and he did not get up. And his friends in their infinite wisdom grabbed him by the feet and dragged him along the sand face down back to their hotel, wherever that was. And it took a lot to keep a straight face that day because it was an event. I'll never
a
forget.
roller coaster.
It was an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure. I went from laughing at him to smelling a bit too much chocolate milk to laughing at him again. So I got 2 laughs for 1 negative, so I guess it's worth it.
I'm just glad the dog's okay.
You know,
I thought something you started talking about the dog a lot. I was like, oh no,
that
this
dog,
dog.
I'll say it, that dog had the time of his life. He got so many head pats and just belly like that.
The
Trust me,
attention of
that dog, yeah, the attention of
a group of drunk men.
college- Yeah, that dog has probably never been happier with the amount of love and affection he got from some passing college students.
Good for Ziggy. Honestly,
I know, right?
Some men need a win. You know how it is. But
Sure, yeah,
That's his
some
win.
men really do need that win.
Yeah, that's his win.
That's
So-
he's been.
Clay, is this the same beach I went with you to?
Yes, it is.
I've got let's circle back. I'll give Jet and Will time to tell a story, but we can circle back because I do have a story from that beach. There's a lot of good memories there.
That's true.
But Jet, Will, I mean, you guys got any great stories? Maybe beach themed, maybe dog themed.
I mean, no, I don't have any beach or themed. No, but I do have a bit of a sob story for you. I'm gonna be a little bitch this episode. Hey
Sad
William,
episode.
What's
up?
What's up?
what's up, dude?
What's up?
Um,
Okay.
It is almost 7 o'clock. We texted you at 3 o'clock.
We did.
What's up?
We did text him at
So I'm
I was
giving him a
sorry.
rough time.
I'm
But-
sorry.
but- But funny guy over here, be playing soccer. No response. I mean, what can you expect from?
Yeah,
from
well,
a
yeah. I'm
big guy?
supposed to.
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
supposed
whoa, whoa.
to. Middle of my game.
This is
Middle of my
time,
game.
this is my time to speak.
No, I have the microphone.
I feel like the priorities should be set in line. JAWCast comes first.
Oh,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah.
JAWCast comes first. My
You
fault.
signed your rights away.
Like, this is business here. Like, are you?
Yeah. It's
are you
strict
gonna-
business.
Are you gonna
We
make
don't do this
money?
for fun.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do this for fun. Yeah, this is. Oh,
We do this for the money.
This is strictly for money. There's no enjoyment. I'm not enjoying my time here. Will, I had to take a Saturday night off. I had a Saturday night off. Get
Yeah.
your ass on here at 7 when we asked for 3. But Jet, go keep going. Man. Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah. So he's kind of the villain. He's kind of not. He wastes Anders' time.
My
last
time,
weekend.
precious time.
He wastes Anders' time. Not
Yes,
just
sir.
mine. His.
Wait, last weekend? What happened last
He
weekend?
was up editing, and you were wah, wah, wah.
Oh, that is bull. I
Okay,
did not
okay.
waste his time.
Aside that. So yeah, we get bossed around a little bit. We're just like, okay, not gonna respond. Let's go on a little boy date. Let's go to Payway. Andrew, Clay, and I. Let's have a chat. I need to go outside today.
Yeah, we were talking about replacing me with Will.
Yeah.
We're so pissed off.
You're on thin ice, bud.
Yeah,
know that.
okay.
But we're on our Payway date. And side tangent, I go in the bathroom because I'm just like, damn, like
He's pissed.
literally double meaning. Walk in the bathroom and I just hear like I'm like, damn, this guy, this man
You're
just
crying.
going
A
through it.
little bit of sobbing in the bathroom.
I just could not go pee. This man was just crying. I'm like, this is not right. Like he's just crying there in the payway bathroom. I'm like, I'm not gonna laugh. I've been there, but that was rough.
Minimum wage. That's what it does to a man.
I've been there.
Yeah.
What's
So
up?
how did you manage to get me on? I love to hear the story of how I wasted so much of your time that you
Oh,
finally
yeah,
had
yeah,
to.
okay, so that was a side tangent. I come back to the table, and this little bungus right here, he's like, oh, I of course, I sent a photo to the group chat,
Of me, by the way.
of Ander.
I'll throw it up on
Very,
screen.
very awesome.
On
Yeah,
screen
throw
in
it
this
throw it
video.
up. Throw the
Yeah.
awesome
Throw
picture
it
up.
up there.
I'll throw the
Post.
awesome picture.
And this guy's so no invite, bitch. Man, you're in soccer.
yeah.
You're in soccer.
I-
You're bathing yourself. You're stinky. I don't want to be around you.
The question
Yeah,
still
look,
remains.
When was
I-
our invite to the soccer game?
What?
What if I wanted to watch my friend play soccer? Where's our
No
invite to the
soccer
soccer game?
invite.
Where
Did you
was
wanna-
my
did you wanna-
invite?
Did you want to watch me play soccer?
The goal of this guy.
Did you
I
want to watch me
would've
play
gone.
soccer?
I
You
would
would
have
have
gone.
gone
I
You
would
would've
have
done
gone. I would have
20 minutes. 20 minutes
would've-
to come see you play soccer.
I would have supported my friend.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You know me. You know me, the big soccer guy. I love
Yeah.
soccer.
I
Yeah,
played
I know.
soccer.
I've played soccer a couple times before. I've even
After your
watched
actions,
it.
Will, after your actions today, probably will never go to one of your soccer games.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Your
Not even
only
the high
shot at
school
being
one?
on this podcast now is being a guest from now on. This is your final episode as
Oh,
an
this is-
official member.
No,
You're
it
done.
was
for.
actually
Pick up episode 2.
Will was actually the guest of the first episode. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Wait,
Say
I-
himself.
I couldn't make it that day,
yeah.
so Will was the guest.
But
Oh.
yeah, basically it's a bad day for Will, but I
All
regret
jokes aside, love Will, love him, love the guy.
Kissy Bungus.
I guess
Oh, let's
I guess we
go.
should have some courtesy and ask, how did the soccer game go?
We won. I guess I can talk a little bit about that
Oh,
because
for
that was
sure.
atrocious.
Yeah, go off,
Yeah,
Dusty.
let's just. So, for most of my life, I've been
Damn.
I've been playing soccer since about the first, second grade, and for me, it was always fun, and it still is fun. But there's times where it becomes kind of a chore because club soccer is one of the most toxic places you could be like ever, and I'm sure like anyone
Like,
of my
which one?
friends would. What?
Can I quote you on that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
sure any one of my friends that plays club soccer, Anna included, can say that it's so toxic because the standard is very high, and also like if you do something wrong, you're constantly getting made fun of, and you're constantly being told that you're like a terrible player, never gonna make it. And so yeah, you have to have like a lot of mental toughness. But on top of that, for some reason, the older you get, the more they decide, you know what? Why should they have fun playing? So instead of scheduling them in the early morning games, we're going to schedule them at 1 o'clock in the Texas heat on turf where it's 100 degrees outside. And you know what? Even better than that, for a scrimmage, we're going to make them play 45-minute halves and then take 20 minutes in the heat explaining on what's going on. So yeah, that was my experience today. I was supposed to be done by 2:30, and then I ended up being done at 3:15. Got home at 3:35, and they're like, "Hey, I mean, we're supposed to record at 3," and I was like, "Whoops." I don't really look at my phone that much, I'm not addicted like these
Except
other
when it's
kids.
TikTok.
Except when it's TikTok. That is true. Except when it's TikTok. But yeah, and so I got home at 3:15. Oh no, I got home at 3:35. Took my shower. And I was ready to record by 3:50 something. Then Clay says, no. Then Clay says, "Oh, I can't record because I have to go play War Thunder with Luke Matthews."
I was taking care of my friend in Germany. All right. No, I
Yeah.
thought the bus was gone. I thought the bus had sailed. So he said, you know what?
The
I'm gonna
bus
spend
has
time on
sailed.
myself. I'm gonna spend time on myself. That's what I said to
Yeah,
myself.
the battle bus,
The
asshole.
battle bus has
Battle
sailed.
bus has sailed. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
the battle bus has sailed. But yes. Uh, but yeah, okay. So technically,
Bit of a
it wasn't
Fortnite
really my
reference.
fault because my soccer game ended late. But I do get that it's hard to get everyone on here. Like it's gonna be a challenge to get guests on here because schedule wise, people are like, "Oh, I have stuff to do." So yeah,
We hate you. We hate
not my
you.
fault.
Your life
Don't
revolves around this podcast.
yeah, don't blame me. We're recording now, so yeah.
Yeah.
And it is going great so far.
So far, I mean, yeah. First guest on. This is a monumental moment
really-
for Clay.
I'm really enjoying just the slow decline in audio.
Especially
Is there-
Will's mic.
Breaking the fourth wall.
You know, he's
He called it
like he
out.
gets progressively more mad, and it's just progressively worse.
Oh, this is like breaking up.
No, you're
When
fine,
you-
man. You're fine.
when
We'll
you-
keep it
we
like
underst-
this. It's funny this
We
way.
understand you. We can understand you just fine.
Yeah. No, we'll keep it like this. It'll be
That's right.
something episode 3 has to worry about.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I might have to devious look at different Wi-Fi routers and because this is awful, bro. I get it. I can't even hear it. Y'all break up on my end too, which is really interesting. But
Hey,
yeah,
we'll just-
okay.
I'll edit it together.
You got
I'll
it.
fix it up. I'll fix it up.
You got it.
By the
Let's
way,
keep-
friendly viewers or listeners, I do the edits, and so if there's an
we should talk
intro,
about that.
if there's an intro, that is why we upload on Sundays, or at least we're going to try to upload on Sundays and record on Saturdays. It's because we'll record on Saturdays, and that gives me a day to edit the video, make it funny, add little funny images here and there. But if there is a intro, like a little musical intro, then that means I am not lazy. So yeah, yay. Hopefully
Like FNAF.
it's solid. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I guess
That
I'll
was kind of a
bring it
tangent.
back. You're good. I'll bring it back all the way around full circle to the beach story. See, Clay has invited me to his beach before. And I think the only or last time I was there was with a group of people. And to start the story off, we were in the hot tub one night till around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, maybe somewhere in between.
It was later than that. It was like 11.
Oh, really? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So 11 o'clock, we're kind of just sitting in the hot tub chilling, and there's a little lightning, maybe a little thunder going on.
Ooh.
Not much
No,
rain.
We don't leave though. We don't leave the hot.
We don't leave though. Yeah, because we're bold. We can take a little lightning. Come on,
We're men.
we're men. What's a little lightning gonna do to us? Come on.
Exactly.
So we're waiting, and we're just kind of chilling, and then while looking at the tower itself, or the tower that is Clay's condo, because it is huge. I mean, this place is massive. All of the lights from top floor to bottom
Kanye song.
shut off, and it is dark. It's like a little FNAF reference here. Whenever you run out of power.
Not everyone knows what
Yes.
FNAF is, Andrew. You might want to explain what FNAF is real quick.
Yikes. That's on them. They gotta do their
That's
homework.
honestly, on God. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't know what FNAF is, sucks to suck.
Sorry.
Click off right now.
Click off.
Maybe this one isn't
Uh,
for you.
go
Maybe
ahead.
this one isn't for you.
Unsub if you don't know what FNAF is.
So it's a little interesting that the lights would go off all simultaneously. Was everyone going to bed? No, the power went out, and we have no clue how we're gonna get up to Clay's penthouse of a room on the top floor. So
The top floor, but pretty close.
yeah. So I'm there with Daniel and Victor, who we decide maybe let's go up the stairs a bit, and so we're on the way, and the definition of insanity is, in my opinion, listening to the same 30 seconds of a song over and over again, because that's all we had. See, when the power goes out, the internet does as well. And when you're going up flights of like what 40 stairs, and all you have is like some I don't know Donda chant playing 40,
Donda
40
chant
seconds
for
over and
40
over
times.
again. Like it
It
really
gets fun. It gets funner. The joke
gets
gets
fun.
funnier.
it
Yeah.
really does. So we're at one point we realized, okay, so where's Clay and Will, or the other two people who went on this trip? Their asses are all the way down at the final at the bottom floor. And so the good friends we are, we still climb, and so we end up making it to the top. There's those little punk asses are already up there. They are up there and they are just looking at us. And they're like, "What? Didn't think to use the elevator?" Oh my god!
So
I wanted to beat the shit out of him right there.
So when they came up, or when they left, I'm gonna say they left us because y'all kept walking.
We did.
I stopped for Will because his knee was hurting a little bit. So I said, you know what, Will, let's do something crazy and let's just see if the elevator works.
And this is a different Will. This is Will Via, not
Oh yeah.
not this Will.
Not
Well,
this guy.
we're both William, but
So me and
yeah.
Will are like, let's
Different
see
one.
if the elevator works. So we probably walked up 1 or 2 flights of stairs. And so we hit the button and we hear the ding and it's like, well, what are the odds the elevator works? And I turned to Will, I was like, should we call Ander and tell him? And Will looked at me, straight faced, said, nah, that's their problem. So
Give him the ride
we get the easy ride up and
in the nether.
we sit down there, or we walk into what's it? The
Elevator?
stair-
Shadow
house?
Yeah, no, the stairwell. The stairwell. We walk into the stairwell, and if you yell down the stairs, you can get a pretty good echo.
Oh
say.
yeah.
And so I turn to Will, and he looks at me, and then starts doing like a monkey noise, like just a whoo, and it's like progressively gets louder, and I don't know if they could hear it very well because I think they were still pretty far down there.
Too busy jamming out to
Yeah, they were
to
too
nod
busy
the chant.
jamming
Not the
But-
chant.
It was really satisfying to hear a bunch of footsteps and then monkey noises.
For sure.
The monkey.
I really hope that they could listen to Will going crazy in the stairwell. But it appears my dream was for naught.
It's gonna
Maybe
die
next
there.
year. Maybe next time
Maybe
we go
next
there.
year. Maybe next time. Maybe next time the power go out and we'll watch y'all walk up so many flights of stairs.
So to end off the story, we made it up there. Really wanted to beat Clay's ass because of the fact that he did not decide to tell us about the elevator working. So, yeah, we went inside, played a little FNAF VR, another FNAF reference for y'all, and there we go.
FNAF,
That is the-
point. The focal point of this trip was learn what FNAF is before the next episode.
Dude, that story
That's
was
the moral of the
riddled
story.
FNAF references. I'm
Honestly.
crying. The
Crying and
elevator,
throwing up.
the lights.
Maybe I make the outro, man behind the slaughter.
No, make that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So Jay, you're explaining how there's different wills. Since I moved here, it's been crazy because, like, I've been called so many different names in like the past 4 or 5 years. Because like William's such a common name, and like there's so many of them like riddled throughout like school and like my classes and all of that. Like
Like an
I get,
infestation.
yeah, literally, I get like the Will, I get like the Hervey, I get the
William.
William. Yeah, I get my Xbox gamer tag, Mac Herb. I get the actually when I used to live in Belgium, they used to call me Hollywood, because like that's like the one place that they knew in America. So my nickname was Hollywood. And what?
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. So I was just Hollywood, and I was just like the foreign kid that was like I was decent enough at soccer that I wasn't like outcasted. So I was Hollywood, and we had a good old time. But yeah, I moving here has been an experience because I have to literally adapt to different people calling me different names, and it's very interesting when someone says William out loud, and like four of us look up like at school. I have
Oh,
to,
yeah, the sub comes in, calls the name.
yeah, I have to condition
Put up their
myself.
hand. Yeah.
I literally have to condition myself, which is like that's why I'm kind of envious of like Jet because like I've never heard the name Jet before I moved back.
Aw.
Like Jet is like a super cool name, and I feel like I have a really generic name. Like same with Ander actually.
Nah,
like-
man, you don't want mine. I go eat somewhere and I say, hey, okay, they're like order number or order name. I say Ander, and they're like Andrew, and I'm like, nah, it's Ander, and they're like, I get Xander. There you go. I'm like, you know what? Fine, sure, yeah, Xander. Just give me my food. That's all I want.
Like,
mean,
no, that's not your
well-
food. This is for Andrew.
Well, it's
No.
not Ander. I mean, your name is pretty unique, and it could
True.
be worse. It could be like my last name, which so my last name is Hervey, and for some reason, everyone thinks that I'm related to Steve Harvey. I don't know why.
Yikes.
It's spelled Hervy. You know, I could go on this for hours. Soccer games,
Uh-oh.
Harvey.
Whichever one of your asses are saying he's related to Steve Harvey.
It
Some
needs to
undertones
quit
there, big
Yikes.
guy.
now.
Keep
It
it
needs to
up,
quit
keep it up.
now. Quit now. No. They say it because it's like very familiar. It's nothing like that. But yeah. So
Fair.
so for some reason, every single teacher, you know, when they give me for the first time, like, oh, William Harvey, and I'm like, how is my name Harvey? Like it's spelled Hervey, not Harvey. Like, I don't understand like why it's so difficult for some people.
Change your
So
last name. Embrace it.
no, I've just accepted
Good
it.
name.
Some of my friends call me Harvey as like a joke. But like my name is very like simple, and for some reason people complicate it like really like a lot.
Yet they still fail to say
Yeah,
it.
they still mess it up. Like it literally is just William Harvey, and for some reason I get William Harvey. My little brother, when he couldn't pronounce my name when he was little, he used to call me William. William. He would call me William because it's
feel
like he
bad.
couldn't pronounce like all of the syllables, like the 2 syllables of my name, or like 3.
New name drop. New name drop.
Yeah, new name. But yeah, so yeah,
Theodore.
my experience with my name has been very, very interesting, and I'm expecting it to get only worse when I go off to college. Because yeah,
Speaking
I
of
mean-
last names, I get a lot of Escuardo. That is something I get a lot of. Which you know I get it. It's a Spaniard name, Escudero. You know it's I even
Exotic.
pronounce it incorrectly. I just call it Escudero. Like I don't have the
Squeegee.
accent in it. Squeegee. There you go.
it's crazy.
But you know, that's not too hard for Jet Harrison. I mean,
I mean, sure, you can say, "Oh, my name's Jack. My name's William. My name is so common." But you can be named Jet, and you're literally the villain. Like, y'all seen? Remember
Jet
8th grade?
Texas.
We watched.
Jet Texas.
Yeah, well, I'm always the villain. Jet Texas. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Giant. That like it's like a soap opera ish movie. It's like a Western movie. We watched it like in middle school. It's like a 4-hour long movie. Basically, I'm named after a villain. So like, have a cool name and be named after a villain, or have a generic name and like not have
Wait,
like
Your
a.
mom named you after a villain?
I mean,
Jet
Yeah, that's
Texas.
villainous
no,
activity. Yeah,
it was
became a villain.
more my dad. Yeah, this is my villain arc.
Yeah, you
my
just-
villain
You
academia.
became a villain.
No, but yeah, even more so. He's a drunk as well. So I think I'm destined to be a drunk villain when I'm older.
Not only that, he is
Can't give it-
ruthless. Doesn't he like screw over half like of Texas because he just keeps all of the like the land to
Yeah, like
himself?
the land, and he's the big oil guy. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I know what you're talking about
I
now.
hate
He
people.
fracks. He's doing
Yeah.
fracking here and there.
He's
Eder,
fracking back in
Eder,
the
can you put
back
the
in the
movie
bay.
on Eder, can you put the movie on screen for the audio
Yeah.
listeners?
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
for
the
sure.
4-hour
Because
movie
I
on
know
screen.
what you're
The
talking
entire
about.
movie.
But
We'll
you have to
start
see
from-
it.
4-hour movie.
Yeah, no,
Put
no,
the movie
no,
while we talk.
no, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
I
but
got-
my,
yeah,
my
yeah,
mom
yeah.
hated that name. She would not get behind it.
What
But
did your mom want to name you? That's a good question.
that isn't. I don't even know,
Have you asked her?
man.
Because
Yeah.
that's my mom. My mom wanted me.
I'll go yell. No, I mean, I'd assume because my middle name's Davis. Maybe like that'd be my first name. But yeah, that's like a from like my I think my grandparents. But yeah, my mom hated Jet, but kind of stuck.
So my parents were deciding between so on my dad's side, because he's from Spain, he wanted Iker, which I thought, like, thinking about it now, just sounds like, no offense to anyone out there named Iker, but that name sucks.
Yeah, but you suck. Like if your name
Yeah.
Beaker,
To be fair, though, you live in America, not.
That's true. That's true. And then on my
Fair.
mom's side, she wanted Ignacio, which is now my middle name,
That's
Which-
awesome.
which is
Actually.
awesome because that is one of the most generic like Spaniard names out there. You go to Spain, you say Ignacio, everyone like looks up like, what the, you talking to me?
yeah.
But at the same time, you get to go by Nacho, and that's kind of badass.
Yo, I love that movie.
Nacho.
yeah,
Clay, I want to hear. I want to hear from you,
Yeah,
Clay.
yeah. I have a name story. So cycling back to the very beginning of my naming. I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think my mom originally wanted to name me Everett. I think that's.
Wait,
I think I was
Everett?
supposed to be Everett.
Like
Like
Everett.
Everett.
with a T.
Yeah,
Got
T.
it. She wanted you to be bullied, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
But-
about that.
Hey,
I mean, I'm a-
respectfully though.
Not much. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
The reason my name is Clay, and I think this is a very southern thing to happen, is I must have been. I was very close to being born, and my mom and dad went to the rodeo. Right.
Any Texan should.
Yeah, as any Texan should. Amen. And
We
they
don't
go
live in
to
Texas,
the, they
though.
go
We don't
they,
live in
they go to the rodeo, and they're watching, they're having fun, and a bull rider by the name of Clayton comes out, and my mom snaps and says, "That's his name." So I'm named after a bull rider, which is awesome because that's
Nice,
my new
man.
destiny.
That's your new destiny.
nice.
That's my new destiny.
Clayton then stepped in Clay.
And then I step down. I step down to
Oh.
Clay.
Yeah. Oh,
I
actually, I have a thing about that. Do y'all middle names? I feel like when people shorten their names, like they usually make it their middle name, or like when people change their names or nicknames, they usually make it their middle name, or something like that, or they shorten their first name. So for me, in my experience, middle names have either been hits or misses. So I want to hear everyone's middle name real quick.
So
Man, I
my
already said
my
mine.
middle name has a German root. I'm named after my grandfather. It is Rydell. I don't know the German pronunciation of it, but
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
Jet, your turn.
I'll repeat again. I'm Davis. Jet Davis Harrison.
White guy name.
True.
What about you, Nacho?
not sure.
Easy.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah. And my middle name is Shelton. Yeah.
Now that's kind of sick, honestly.
Like from
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
No,
Oh,
no,
that's
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
That's Sheldon. But my mom originally wanted to name me my first name to be Andrew.
Join the
But-
A gang, man.
Andrew,
We
yeah.
would have had
no, no.
Andrews in the chat then.
It would have been Jaw.
Yeah.
Jaw.
Sound good.
Ja.
No, it would have been
Judge.
Judge.
But yeah. Basically, what happened was my dad, I think, didn't want Andrew, and his middle name is William. So I think I was named after my dad's middle name, and then my mom's middle name is Shelton. So I got both of my parents' middle names in my name, and that's pretty much my name lore. Also, I guess my grandpa's name is William, so William just kind of worked out because I had a lot of family members, and it's like also my mom wanted a presidential name, if that makes sense. Like she
So
was
if
like,
like you
William,
became
like
the president, it'd be
no, 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 no,
William.
no, like one of the presidents was named like I'm not good with presidents.
Jackson.
One of them was
It
named
was
William.
Obama.
because you're gonna be a president.
I don't really know which one, but
Okay.
yeah, one of them was named William. So that's all I know.
So,
And
I think it was John Adams.
Oh, really? You think so?
That was the one, dude.
Okay, man.
Okay, so cycling back a little bit to my name, I've ever since I go by Clay, I've had some interesting experiences with that name. Like I think the one I remember the most clearly was were y'all in strings in 6th grade?
No, never.
No,
ever
I came
been
I
in
in
too
was.
late.
Yes, sir.
So do you remember Mr. Williams?
I do. Yes, I do.
Love that man. But I it was like middle of middle of the session or whatever, and out of the blue, he just turns to me and asks, "Hey Clay, you like dirt?" And I had no idea where this was coming from,
Good
so
guy.
I was dumbfounded, and I was like, and I just said, "Yeah, I guess so." And she's like, "Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you followed your name." And from that point on,
Oh,
I
shit.
Disrespectful.
yeah. So from that point on, anytime anybody's asked me, like they get confused with my name or I mispronounce it or they mispronounce it with something else, I say it's like the dirt. So
Players.
and
you
you
like
know
dirt?
it works every time. I do like dirt.
He hits you with. Do you like the dirt?
Average.
Because
dirt
you're running
consumer.
this orchestra into the ground.
That's
Could
mean.
never
That's
catch
mean.
me.
I
Could
was,
never
but that's mean.
Don't worry, I was
Um,
too. I sucked at strings. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is why we play
and
sports, people.
and
Band
I
is
had
too hard.
a
And gaming
few
is cool.
tennis like kind of related things. Is I'd be at a tournament, we go up to each other and we introduced ourselves before the match, and I've had several guys, and I'd say my name is Clay, and I've had several guys point to me and say like the dirt, and
Yeah,
I
like the
Yo.
dirt.
was like
Like the dirt.
like the dirt.
It's like
Just
the
So
title.
so see me, call me Dirt. I guess that's the new nickname I
Call me
have.
dirt, I
Call me-
guess.
The dirt.
That's a crazy sentence.
you gave people ideas, Clay.
Yeah, you're giving people way too much
No,
freedom with your name.
It's for the bit.
You're like, I kind of
it's
like
for-
it.
for
I kind of
context,
like
dude.
dirt. I think it's a good. I think it's a good nickname.
It's for constant.
I guess this is the new name.
Title of this episode.
Dirt.
Oh my god, we do need a title.
Dirt's on the
Title
episode.
is dirt.
Oh no, I don't
Dirt.
know if you saw Will, but I already wrote down that the title of this episode should be Will's audio slowly declines.
Oh my god.
No,
True.
it's good now. It's good now.
Oh, it's good now.
No,
yeah.
it's
It's just when you were a little angry. It got a
went
little,
down there, but
difficulties.
from that point it improved.
Oh, wasn't when I was ranting, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
yeah,
learn to not do that.
we'll insert something there.
And speaking on the topics of tennis tournaments, I've had a few interesting experiences. So most of our tennis tournaments are unmonitored. Like our coach isn't there. And I'm not saying like he's not doing his job. He very much is doing his job. But whenever we go to play, the team splits up into like 3 different sites, and our coach would spend 1 hour at one site, spend an hour at another site, and come to our site for an hour, and then he'd rotate around the sites an hour each. And I mean I guess that's really the best you can do when each site is like 20 or so minutes away from each other. So
You're one dude.
yeah, you're one, like we didn't have a assistant coach or anything. It was just him.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
you leave a few kids unmonitored, they're gonna get some ideas. And one day, I finished up all my matches for the day, and don't know who was with me. I don't remember. Anyway, we were just kind of wandering around, and I said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And by this bathroom, we were at the tennis courts were right next to like a baseball stadium, so you had to go to the football stadium or the baseball stadium to go to the bathroom, and there's no one there.
That
It's
place.
nothing there. And
Yeah.
right next to the bathroom, you have a vending machine. I'm sure you can. I think you have a gist of where this is going.
You had a
So-
devious look on the vending machine, bro.
So I was looking at the vending machine. I was looking at my options. Like, I had my wallet with me. I'm gonna get something, but then I realized I don't have to get something
Oh my god.
because this was a really old vending machine that was like it didn't have a key. It had bolts. Like the bolts are what kept it shut.
Mhm.
And I
self checkout.
now keep in mind I don't carry a toolbox around with me, so don't think I just like went up to it and unscrewed the bolts. No, they were that
I
was
see you
done
have a
for me.
crowbar, just breaking the shit out of it.
Yeah, I go to my
Put that
tennis
boy
tournaments.
up.
I have a crowbar, just in case I find a lone vending machine.
Just
But
in case you want
anyway-
to hit the ball a little bit harder than usual.
There you go. There you go. So anyway, these bolts are not tightened down like at all. Like either this thing was just maintenance, or the guy that filled it up could not give two shits less. Like it was one of the two, or it'd been there for ages. So I was a curious child, right? Unscrewed the bolts and opened it up. Now, me being the good Samaritan, I didn't take anything. But did I leave the vending machine wide open without a door? Yes. I took the door. That's right.
Man, you took the door. There's no possible way you took a door to the vending machine. You didn't take any of the snacks inside.
I didn't take the snacks inside. No, I wanted a door. So
That's
I
true
took the
menace.
door.
Yeah, you're true. You're a true menace. You're like, you know what? The vending
that
machine. Yeah, who needs snacks when I can have a vending machine door? You still have it actually?
Right.
You still have it actually?
Unfortunately, I cannot. I don't think my coach would let me take that on the bus, and I think he'd get a little angry. if I
Oh
was
yeah,
carrying around
yeah.
a vending machine door. So no,
It'd be funny if you
I
know
not
what
have-
it is.
I do not have a vending machine door in my room, unfortunately. Maybe one day though. Maybe I'll visit back. So
We'll
I
buy
walked
you
around
with all
with a
the
vending
ad
machine.
revenue of vending machine
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, we'll buy him just a singular vending machine door.
So I walked
Bunch
around the
of
vending
Malays.
machine door for a little while, and I was like, I really can't take this back to the courts. Otherwise, all the coaches that are there are going to be a little confused and a little angry. So I walk around to the back side of the baseball fields, and you know how they have like that big scoreboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
The scoreboard was like just barely above the fence. Like it was on its own supports, but it wasn't like very tall. It was just barely above the fence. So it's like, well, I got to keep this somewhere. I got to stash it somewhere. So there had a metal ladder that went up to the back of it. I'm assuming for maintenance or whatever. And I took the vending machine door, went up the ladder with it, and hid it back there. So I really hope one day some guy or someone's gonna some guy walks past the vending machine door and is like, I know where that goes. And after this vending machine's already been replaced, they finally get a new one. A year later, some guy, that's where that goes. That's where it went. So I really hope someone that has had that moment of euphoria when they see that door.
Question is, did you get the snacks?
I didn't take any snacks.
No, he said he didn't take it. He said
was
he
a good Samaritan. I
just
took
took
the
the door. He
I
just
just
took
took
the door.
just the door.
They truly are a
Kidding,
menace.
Yeah, I know. That's
Literally
what I'm
our
saying, bro. There's no reason for him
Honestly,
to take the door.
Did someone
was
else?
a bad
did-
ending.
Did someone else to take the snacks? Maybe.
Yeah,
It's the Robin Hood of tennis.
yeah. the Robin Hood of tennis.
I was keeping my fellow players fed.
Yeah,
There you go.
and
Bless
Yeah.
her.
I committed an act of kindness.
You love
Yeah.
to see it.
or a federal crime. It depends on how you look at it, though.
Kindness.
Yeah.
I look on it on the
Kindness is
fact that I kept
relative.
my fellow players fed and happy.
There
All you
go.
need, man.
You
I
should
mean-
ask for some compensation.
They
Yeah,
get the snacks and the other school doesn't. Who's gonna
I mean, they're the rivals.
Who's
though.
gonna be up second set?
Yeah.
Alma Heights.
Alma Heights. Alma
Alright,
Heights
y'all.
stays winning.
Well, I think
Alright.
we've gone on for like 45, 50 minutes here. So
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh.
We said we're gonna tone it down and then we go longer. That's the best part.
That's
Can't
how
wait to
that's
edit
how you know it's a
More
good day. That's how you
content.
know it's a good day.
More content. Also,
y'all wanted
Andrew,
this. Yeah.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me. Your
Yeah,
editing
no,
skills are top tier.
I know.
Yes, but we do appreciate. We do appreciate Clay coming on, and then big shout out to the guy who made our art. I forgot his name.
Reed.
Wow. Wow. A little bit.
Damn.
low,
I didn't
a little
know
bit
say,
low.
bro.
A little bit low.
I'll drop
That was a little-
his Insta
yeah.
on screen real quick. It's here. If you see it, it's right
Yeah.
there. Just
So
look at the
new-
screen for a second, please,
Yeah, the new YouTube icon and
up.
our
Logo,
YouTube
yes.
banner.
and the banner. Okay.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
outro should be playing now. If I'm as good as an editor as I think I am. If I'm not, then enjoy this 20 seconds of awkward silence.
Thanks, Clay.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Clay.
thank you, Clay. Thank you for
Next
joining
week,
us.
Gavin. Next week, we're
Next week,
doing this
Gavin.
again.
Oh,
We're doing
Yeah,
this
we are
again.
doing this again. It's
We
gonna be
keep
crazy.
going. We keep going. You can't
That's
stop
the
us.
best part. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Clay. Take us out. Take us out, Clay.
100 days, Rick and Morty.
100 days.
How do we end this?